Look, man.
Where? Oh, I see.
Wow.
Oh my. Bowen, look over there.
Wow, is that
culture? Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
Las Culturistas. Ding dong.
Ding dong. Las
Culturistas
Culturistas calling. Wow, was that the first time we were ever out of sync?
Bodes well.
Honestly.
Bodes very well.
You know what I was distracted thinking about?
Uh-huh.
I'm surrounded by tops.
We've got service tops, camera tops, publicist tops.
You.
No
Can
way.
I reveal something about Bowen Yang? This is the big thing that I've wanted to reveal on this podcast. The other day in a personal text exchange, so that's how you know it's real because we never lie to each other. It's only ever transparent,
Yep.
real, honest, and more. Bowen goes, I think I legitimately might be bi.
Which is not the same thing as being a top.
Yeah, but the girls you're
You are
talking about wanting to have sex
conflating-
with.
You are conflating like having a dick.
Okay, don't do sexual politics with me right now. All I'm saying is Bowen has a crush on. Go ahead, come out. Say it.
Lucy Dacus.
Lucy Dacus.
But I've always had this.
You love like a
Well, no,
powerful
Lucy,
singer-songwriter.
Lucy and I exchanged a powerful glance at Forest Hills. This was like 3 years ago.
Oh my God.
She was opening. She and Waxahachie were opening for Conor Oberst,
Mm-hmm.
and she had just done her set. This is right when Home Video came out, her
Uh-huh.
album, and then I just like glanced over at her, and then she glanced over at me, and we kind of smiled at each other, and then that was it. And ever since then, and then obviously since then we've like talked and hung out, but like there's something powerful about her. She's
Since then
spoken
we've
for.
talked and hung out.
Ah!
Like, it's like, did you ever watch Nobody Wants This? That thing on Netflix.
Yes,
when
of
they
course.
kiss and that song's like boom 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 boom. But it's like that synthy romantic pop song.
Yeah.
That played when you looked at Lucy Dacus across the room. And don't think we ever forgot about your thing with Katie Gavin.
Oh yeah.
That's a good love triangle.
This is my trend alert.
Here we go.
It's always with a gay woman.
Well,
And maybe there's a safety in that. It's like, well, there's no stakes in this. So I can safely from afar pine.
so I can't wait to see how this episode turns out.
Anyway.
Because we're with this actually is a huge moment in history because I can't believe this is true, but I think I actually have two things on record on this podcast.
Yeah.
One was there's an episode where I literally go to you.
Mm-hmm.
Have you listened to Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo?
I was like, who's
and
that?
you go, what is that? This is when it first came out,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's on record. And I believe me bringing up Chappell to you is on record on this podcast.
That is also on record on this podcast as well. It's on record for a lot of people who listened to you and they were like, I'm gonna check this girl out.
It was it was late 2022 when I first sort of heard
Saw her
about.
live.
But then it was
Fonda.
It was April 2023. I think you were at the Fonda, and I remember it was a special evening because you could feel the energy. And I remember she sang Pink Pony Club, and then she was saying the Pink Pony Club is here, and I was like, oh wow, it really feels like it is here, like the LA show. It's about LA, etc. That was a really special night, and I left that being like, she's the one, she's one of the ones, and now she's here.
She's a Pisces legend. She's a Grammy winner. Everyone welcome.
Chappell Roan!
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, thank you.
You won Album of the Year at our Culture Awards before your album was even out, and I've always wanted to ask you how you felt about that. Was it
I was
pressure?
laughing really, really hard. I was like, that makes sense. It was like, that is so funny.
So dumb.
It was.
It's so silly.
It was earned. I remember
Thank
the
you.
song that changed everything for me. I was like, wait, what the fuck was Casual? Do a lot of people say that?
I didn't expect that. I
Yeah.
like literally, Casual was the biggest bitch to get done.
Really?
Mm.
It was like a lot of tense moments because I was like, I think it should be huge. I think it should be a really big pop song.
Mm-hmm.
And my co-writer was like, I think it's supposed to be sad.
Yeah.
And so I was like wrong. And that's happened so many times about my songs. So like, it's like, even the subway, you know,
Yeah.
like I was like, nobody's gonna give a fuck about this. Like, I don't.
And now people are clamoring.
They very
know,
much give
they're
a fuck.
clamoring. So like Casual to me, I was like, I'm just gonna put it out and just not even care because I am like synth pop girl. This
Mhm.
is not super synth pop heavy.
Uh-huh.
But people liked it and now I love it. I always like things more when they like it. So
Mm.
You don't think it's both like a moody song that also builds to like this
Huge.
grandiosity? Because that's what we
Yeah.
love about it.
I think I get nervous writing songs that aren't like beat heavy and like dance forward. Instead of it's kind of like a wallowing in misery type of vibe. So
Period.
I hear that. I mean, when I left your show, when I first saw you, I was like, I feel like the only way to get it across is like, it feels like, and this is lame to do this, but it feels like Kesha meets like Annie Lennox. You have this like fun, you came out in this like shit blonde wig, and then you came back out with your hair and you were like, it's me, Chappell Roan. And we were all like laughing because there's like an awareness, and there is like, this is before you were calling what you do drag, but there was such a huge drag element. You had a drag performer open up. But yet you have this like haunting, gorgeous, like ethereal voice that I was like, I don't think we have this out there. So that's what I meant by like the Kesha meets Annie.
That's so sweet. I mean, they're icon girls. So.
Yeah. But that's uncasual on a song like that. And it's funny to hear you say you're like more comfortable doing the beat heavy stuff, because what really like took me, and maybe this is just the place I was in, but was Coffee, was Kaleidoscope, was like those moments that are so like important and deep in your show.
Thank you. It is like so different live. You can really, really feel the ballads, because I'm actually better at performing ballads like than I am pop songs, just because like I have a ballad voice way more suited for it than but so that's what I feel like the ballads go so heavy live, because I sound better.
Well, it's like it is just like, it's almost like a different singer. You know what I mean? Because I guess it's like when you're needing to do the pop thing, do you find yourself being like, okay, now I'm a different pop girl?
Yeah. You have to like, I can't sing Kaleidoscope and then go, you know what they say, never waste a Friday night on a, you know, it's really, it is a different, you have to like lock into different characters, I feel like, for each song, especially like My Kink is Karma is like, I'm less worried about hitting the notes rather than just like screaming as hard as I can, you know?
Right.
That was an important song for me at the time. I was like, oh wow, it's
an important song for me every day. I feel like I'm like, I actually still feel pissed. Like I don't know if I'll ever get over it. I don't know if I'll ever not be mad. Is
it kind of the song's fault though, that you're locked into this like sentiment?
Yeah, and that's what's so hard about writing about exes, is because you're locked. And especially if you hate them. And like luckily like I don't hate a lot of my exes. I have so many songs about my exes, about different people, about people I never dated but still in love with, like, and I don't hate them. But it's really hard to sing songs about people that you hate because you still hate them.
Everybody gets two in life. How many do you have?
How many exes?
That you hate. That you
How
fucking hate.
How many people I fucking hate?
Exes that you fucking hate. I think everyone gets it. Is it more than two? Just greater than or less than two?
I feel like high school people just don't care. Like,
well, you know what? Your feelings were real, but it doesn't count.
My feelings were real, but it doesn't count. So one.
Okay. That's healthy.
Yeah.
That's normal.
Only one. But I've dated like a lot of dumb people. But, you know, it's not their fault.
It's not their fault. You almost feel bad. It's almost like punching down, and then all of a sudden they get the distinction of like having a song. And that's also hard. It's like, well, fuck. You elicited such a response from me that I felt moved to write this thing.
It's like, I get angry every time
but that's good.
Sing it. It's real. It's like, it's very real. And that's why it feels real about the ballads, is because like, I am feeling that whenever I sing Coffee. Yeah. There's been so many times that I perform Coffee and I'm just like, in the middle of the song, I was like, yeah, I'm done. Next song, like, because I'm like, it's just.
Have you actually ended it?
Yeah. I've just been like, I can't.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this.
That's so like form breaking and cool.
Yeah. It's just like, it's just not worth the rest of the show, you know? Because like, then because you always do ballads like in the middle. For me, I do.
Right.
So then it's like a loop, 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 and on like a high note.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm just like dreading it so much when like the ballad part, the people like the picture you vibe, because like I have my wig on the mic stand and I drag my wig around and I make it like campy, but I hated picture you too because I was like, this is boring. I'm bored. Like I want to move around on stage. I want lights. I want like
the pageantry.
Yeah. It's either like I do a fully ballad set or I do all pop because and that's why I like festivals because there's not enough time to do
Right.
The ballads.
Yeah.
What about when you're doing a cover? If you're doing Bad Romance,
Yes.
what is are you just channeling Gaga? Are you like finding a way in for yourself?
Bad Romance, low key, I always felt like a fraud singing.
Really?
Yes, because I was like, oh my God, I can't live up to what I think I should be in my fucking head for this song. Like I like, and that's like the hardest part of like covering songs that are so iconic. It's like people associate Bad Romance with like, just like pure, it was the biggest fucking pop song ever.
Yep.
Like, and I think I do covers because I want to feel like what's in my body. Like what will it feel like in my body to sing Bad Romance in front of a crowd? And like that is the closest I'll ever know to what Gaga maybe feels. Like like I'm like, okay, this is how it feels to like rage on stage to Bad Romance.
Yeah.
Or like this is what it feels like to sing Barracuda in front of like 50,000 people.
Yeah.
And so I can like leech off of the other artists' experiences in that way.
Yeah.
You know? So, but Bad Romance is different because I was just like,
Everything.
She's everything.
I can't
Everything.
match it. That's what I realized. It's like, I can't match it.
But does the feeling of I kind of can channel what it feels like to be Gaga singing this song, does that compete with the fraudulent feeling, or is that the same thing? It's like even Gaga's putting on a persona when she sings that song.
I just think that I can't cover every song I want to. I think it's like reserved.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I think, and that's the coolest thing about pop. It's like, you can't fucking, ballads like are more attainable, but pop,
Yeah.
some ballads.
You know what's funny is it's like with Good Luck Babe, it's so hard to sing. And like you do see a lot of people taking cracks at it, but you have one of those songs now where it's like, that's a Chappell Roan song. Do you feel like that?
Bitch, I can't even sing it.
It's hard.
I can't sing. I cannot sing it in the original key. Like
That's fine.
in a set of songs. If I was just doing it only, maybe.
Yeah.
But like, I don't even, when people sing my songs, I'm just like, I feel bad because like that hurt. I know how hard, like it.
I have compassion for you, girl.
I was just like, good luck. I don't even care if you fucking mess up because like, thank you for trying.
Yeah.
Because I can't even nail it. Like, and also like, I can't sing fucking in pitch like I am maybe 70% of the time, but the songs are just that fucking hard.
Yeah.
And like, it is cool that sometimes, you know, I mean, it feels good. It feels good.
of course
It feels good to be like, only, you know, there's only a few people
that's
like
my song.
Yeah.
And so is it like when you're recording, is it, I guess, how do I ask this question?
From a place of technique?
Yeah.
Like,
do you have the song out and you're like writing it straight through with like Dan or Justin, whoever you're writing with, and then you can like play it on the piano all together? Or are you going back and like revisiting different sections of the song? Because that one really feels like it's so many different things.
That was, well, it was originally called Good Luck Jane.
Right.
And like, we rewrote it. It was so annoying. The best songs take the longest, except Pink Pony Club. That took 1 day, 2 days.
Really?
And like Good Luck Babe, we recorded the entire song 4 times because I could not just like find a key that made sense.
Yeah.
And so I feel like for Naked in Manhattan, it took 2 years to write the post-chorus, which is like, touch me, touch me, touch me.
Yeah.
So we like come out usually with the chorus or like the song title, and then we'll like create melodies around that, and then we'll like refine from there of like the lyrics. And it's always a first edit. We hardly ever, the only song that I used the first draft off was Kaleidoscope.
Oh, wow.
That's
it.
So beautiful, though.
Thank you.
It really
But
is.
like everything else is edit after edit after, and like, you know, some days it feels like shit.
Yeah.
It has to.
Feminine
Especially,
Phenomenon felt like shit to write.
really?
Yes.
And that's crazy, too, because it's such a fun song, but it's
I
like
know.
you're like banging your head against the wall being like, fuck.
because it was like, that puzzle was hard. 'Cause
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Like, I was I've been banging my head against the wall with the subway because
Mm.
songs can work live. Certain things can work live and they do not work in the studio.
Sure.
Right.
Or like for like my Kink is Karma, like every performance I scream really loud at the end of the song. I don't do that in the recorded version. It doesn't fucking work. Same with The Giver. It did not work. Like, first of all, I said the wrong thing on SNL. I was supposed to say something else. Like I got nervous and said some like fucked up the wording. It kind of like makes sense 80%, but
What was the wording? Like, you know,
It was
like the country boys can't treat a woman right, only a woman knows?
only it was like only
A woman knows how to treat a woman right or something.
yeah,
like
it was
that.
just it just didn't it was like almost made sense, but also I was like SNL it was so insane.
Yeah.
Like it was just so scary. Your whole career, everyone says nothing is harder than SNL. Nothing is harder
It's
than
the
SNL.
sound mixing. It's all that.
It's like, but also like that it is so live and there is no,
Mhm.
like your band is live. That's like the scariest part. It's like the movie magic, like girl, it's rare that you see anyone fucking playing like anything for real on TV. Like it is not most of the time for real.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't work like that. It works live, but not like on TV, televised. It just, the sound doesn't work that way.
Right.
So like, I was so fucking stressed. So I'm like, the fact that I even performed The Giver and like made it through is
it
amazing.
was so great.
But I know that like, it is so awesome to see like everyone be like, where the fuck is the bridge? And I'm like, boo, 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 boo. Do you not think I tried?
Yeah.
Do you not think I tried over and over and tried different sayings and tried different the bridge was the hardest thing to figure out.
Mm.
And like now I have like an even better idea for it live. Like that's the other thing
Fun.
is like the live shows matter just as much as the songs themselves to me.
Yeah.
Because that is actually like
That's alive. You get to mold it and grow with
Yeah.
it, and it gets to change.
and it just becomes a character in itself, just like the live performance. Like everyone can kind of like wait for that character of the song to come out. You know?
Because what you're talking about in terms of recording and in terms of like cracking the subway, let's say, is
Mhm.
not to use this phrase again, but you have to. That's locked in. You are locked
Yeah.
into this thing, and that's
Yeah.
that's like the thing that people are going to revisit the most readily and accessibly. For what it's worth, I feel like both Pink Pony Club and The Giver on SNL were fucking major. I was listening to the SoundCloud the next day for
Yeah.
like weeks.
Yeah.
Like that's, and I'm
Thank
like,
you.
and then the track release, I'm like, fuck, this is so hard for me sometimes when like an artist puts out a live thing before the release and then the track comes out and I'm like, I like the live version better.
Do you know why?
Why?
I don't.
It's called Demo-itis.
Demo-itis?
Demo-itis.
Demo-itis.
Okay.
Like demo.
You
Like
can fall in love
demo-itis.
with demo.
Did the demos.
Yes.
So
Okay.
like what happens
School us.
Dr. Chappell.
and this is to my detriment too. This is to every person's detriment
Yeah.
of like, I get a demo, I hear it, I play it for my friend, and then I go back in and like work on it, play it to them again. And they're like, oh, I just liked the other one better.
Yeah.
And because you have demo-itis, because you've like attached so much to this, like you attach memories, like you attach all of these things to this one version of the song.
Mm-hmm.
But it's actually not as good like as the actually recorded version, like straight up. Because the song wasn't done. There was like pitchiness all over the map, and like sometimes that's magic, but it's not what I want on my live tracks. My recorded tracks. But you fall in love with what you hear first.
Yeah, of course.
Because you hear a different version and you're just gonna hate it because it's different.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I just go into new things, I'm like expecting to hate it. It's like, okay, Kaylee, like you are going to hate this, get past it and
Right.
like look at it for what it really is.
Yeah.
And that is how I get past to how I even release music.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I'm gonna hate it, just live with it, like feel it, and take a step away.
Yeah.
Because like all the people who have been living with the giver on SoundCloud or whatever, of course they're gonna hate it. That is like
They're attached.
They're attached, and like just because it's different, you'll hate it. Because that's like human nature.
Of course.
You know? So I was not surprised at all when people were like, this doesn't sound, this is losing the magic. And it's like,
I think it has the magic though.
I think and that's really all that matters. And also like people will just get over it.
Yeah, they will.
Because it's like, it just sounds better. And like, for the subway, you know, it's just going to feel different. And different doesn't always mean worse. This different doesn't always mean bad. You just have to like really take yourself out of it and be like, this is different and it's okay.
And now you have two versions.
Because
the SoundCloud version remains.
Yeah.
And if like, that's the one you love, and there'll be a third version when you come out and, you know, do it live.
And perform it at all these festivals coming up. You know? So it's like, it's Demo-itis. Just remind yourself, it's like, like I there's so many TikTok songs that I've like, oh my God, this is so fun. And I didn't realize it was either a cover sped up or like something. And then I hear the original version. I'm like, oh.
Speed it up.
I like, And I'm like, oh, I like the TikTok one. And then I like go back and I'm like, actually the artist put that out on purpose because it actually fits the art better.
Of course.
So I understand people were like, where is the bridge?
Yeah.
Of course. It was probably a man who decided that.
And
it's
God.
Like, no, baby. I did decide that.
Yeah.
And also, do not forget, this is a lesbian country song.
Yeah.
Like, this is like a big deal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, this is like, for me, what I've always wanted to do. So it may not be what you want.
Of course.
Right.
There's this like interesting entitlement. I'm not going to say this, but it's like, you're not customer service. You know what I mean? You are not there to like take in all of these complaints and like synthesize them into like it can't affect your work.
I had to stop reading.
You got to stop reading.
It's probably just
had to stop. No, I deleted Instagram and TikTok off my phone on Sunday because I was like, I actually like, if I want to protect my creative psyche, like, because I'm writing right now. Nothing, I have to build a force field around it. And the things, if I want to for sure have a bad day, like 100% guarantee, I read the comments. Like, and I just have to remind myself.
You know the stove is hot, let's go touch it.
Yeah, it's like, okay, if you want to open these, you're not going to feel good.
Yeah.
So now it's just like.
It's never going to be worth it.
It's never worth it. And like, it just hurts my feelings. I thought I would grow like, I thought I would grow out of hurting my feelings.
Build a thicker skin or something.
Yeah, I thought I would become callous to it. And sometimes I hate that I'm not callous. And then other times I'm like, actually, thank God I have feelings about people hurting my feelings.
Absolutely.
Because that is like sad if, I don't know. Maybe I'll get there one day. Maybe I can find a healthy medium. But I don't know. People like saying it's not about like my art anymore all of a sudden.
Right.
It's about me and how I look or how I talk or my humor. It's like that is the insufferable part all of a sudden and not like the art. And so that's what hurts my feelings. It's like when my art, even, you know, like with The Giver, you are 100% allowed to judge it, hate it, love it, rip it apart, critique it. Like that is the point.
Fair game.
That is fair game. It's art. I think like everything else, I'm like, that's outside of my art and performance. Same with performance, critique it. Like that is visual art. Visually, like critique my fashion. That's fine. Yeah. It's just when it comes to
your personhood,
my personality and like my mistakes that I make in public, it's like, it is ruthless.
It's
they're
relentless.
not mistakes. They're not
but
mistakes.
the thing is, even if they are or aren't mistakes, human beings are allowed to make them.
Of course.
And I think that like one thing that people just, whether they can't reckon with it or they don't want to because like people feel complicit in it, is it's like, it was like unprecedented how quickly it changed for you from here to here in terms of like the amount of eyes on you and the amount of mouths flapping in regards to what you did. So it's like, even in a world where it's like, we've seen people go from like whatever it is, like 0 to 60 or overnight success, whatever that means. Not like this. Because I remember we were at Coachella and we were like,
different now.
We were so excited at Coachella because we were like, I was with a couple of gays who didn't know who you were yet. Yeah. And that was, April 2024.
Yeah, it was a year ago.
Meanwhile, at the end of that weekend, not only did everyone know who you were, but everyone had an opinion on you, etc. And then Gov Ball was a whole other fucking thing that was 15, 20 different like think pieces. And it's like that you are never going to get what you want out of that one individual human being. It's impossible. And I don't think there's enough awareness of that, or people don't take their own accountability for their own actions in that regard. Because people get excited.
Do you feel that? Do you guys feel that?
I mean, we're not feeling it on your level.
No, but every level.
Of course, we feel that.
Is a level.
Every level is a level. It's rule of culture.
The rule of culture number 76.
Every level is a level. But of course, and it's like when you have something, like something that you've put out there that people have really connected with, and people have a relationship with you in that regard, it gets harder, which is why I'm happy you just deleted the shit, because you're in creative mode right now and you need to be. And I wanted to ask you, like, how is it going in terms of you treating yourself creatively?
Creatively, The Artist's Way. I don't know if you've ever read
of course.
That book taught me how to protect my creativity and like how to treat myself really well and be really gentle with myself. I'm really good at respecting my artistry. What I am not good at is respecting like my feelings outside of artistry. Like, it's so interesting. I'm like very good at being gentle with like my critiques on myself and like letting things, it's not going to be great the first time. You may have to like water it and watch it grow. But when it comes to like me making a mistake in life, it's like that's when I'm not good at like giving myself some grace or just like whatever. So my creativity is very
sacred.
She's sacred and healthy.
Yeah.
Like I just spent the whole last week doing writing and I wrote some songs I really love. And like that is magic. The fact that I could do that amidst like the past year and the fact that I can't like do a lot of things like I used to normally and like feel normal. That's great. That's awesome. It worked. Like it's just when it comes to like my self-confidence or comments or like, just saying something I didn't mean or whatever, that's how like when I'm really hard on myself.
Right.
But,
well, you know what that book does? Early on, it tells you to like picture and think back on the people early on in your life who like tried to like cut you off creatively. Right?
Yeah.
And, like, I still go about this process with like one specific person.
Is this the theater teacher?
This is the theater teacher, whatever.
This is an iconic woman in history.
You have to like treat them the same way that you, Chappell, treat your exes.
Yeah.
You have to like fucking go for the jugular in your brain with these people.
Yeah.
And I think my thing is we have to keep doing it now that like there are these little side quests popping up where like, oh, there's this person who like is being a little booger, or this person's being a fucking asshole. Like it's a continuous thing where you like have to tell these people who make you feel like you're making a mistake, which you're not. You can't even think of them as mistakes because these are just people who are trying to like end you creatively, and you have to protect that.
Yeah.
And
art is like, for me, I do have a thick skin around like my art. I think like it's really hard to see something you see online and be like, oh, maybe that's supposed to be funny.
Right.
But everyone's like, that's serious. And that's actually fucked up. And it's like, maybe it's just not one about you or two serious. Like,
well, can we talk about also like when people were dragging you for doing your Moo Deng thing? And then I was like, I bet she thinks it's funny.
I did.
Yeah.
I didn't feel anything.
Sasha Colby and I were talking, and I was just like, I mean, yeah, everyone's mad. I was like,
but I'm not.
I was like, is she okay? And Sasha was like, yeah, girl, she's laughing, she's loving it. I was like, okay, well then it's fine.
I'm like, people don't have to get mad on my behalf.
Right.
But
we're fine.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
And like, so what is there to be mad about? Also, this is what happens. Like, that is SNL. It's comedy.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, there.
I was like,
it is so lighthearted. It was like to me, harmless.
Oh
Like,
my
Yeah.
God.
And for people to, even if you were to push it further, harmless.
Yeah.
It's like, it's comedy. I don't understand, like, I just don't know the line anymore.
I think people just get worked up over someone that they are very. It's like a love bombing thing, or it's like limerence. It's like they're obsessed with you, and so they will die
They're
if anything goes
it's
wrong.
parasocial. I mean, what it is it's like, I need to protect this person. They've
Yeah.
expressed that they need help, or I feel like I'm projecting what I might need in that situation. But it's hard, like you're saying, like when you look online, is it supposed to be a joke? Is this thing supposed to be funny in a time when we are,
Nothing's funny.
When
right.
nothing's funny.
when very few
Life
things
is not funny right now.
exactly. And meanwhile, it's like, yeah, I totally, I that was a really complicated, weird time because it was like I remember getting texts from people being like, are Bowen and Chappell okay? I was like, first of all, they don't really know each other that well.
Also-
Second of all, I'm sure they are. Third of all, why are we assuming that people don't have senses of humor? It's like, it's Chappell Roan, y'all. It's like, I was watching your show, and that's why I was describing you as like, there was like this fun pop Kesha
The
element.
irony.
You come out in this shit
It's-
blonde wig and you're like, it's me, Chappell. Like, as if we weren't supposed to know. I'm like, this girl is funny. We're all having fun. It's pop stardom. It's,
Even if like,
but it comes from a
even
good place.
even if you didn't like think the Moo Deng sketch was funny or anything, you don't have to say anything.
Yeah, right.
Fine.
There's always silence.
Like you can always not say something.
Right.
And you know what? Like people sticking up for me in that situation or not sticking up for me made me feel no different.
Right.
So
Exactly.
I didn't feel protected and I didn't feel unprotected.
Right.
So because I didn't need it either way.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because I was not offended.
Totally. I want us to have a serious conversation about this. What do you love about service topping?
Okay, I didn't know what service topping was.
But do you identify as one? Because
I
this is a new thing for
read
me.
an article.
You read an article.
And to me, is it like stone top?
I had an encounter in the last year, not recently, but someone who was like, what do you want me to do to make you feel good? I'm a service top.
Oh.
Said these words to me. Like, I get off on watching someone take pleasure in what I'm doing.
A true giver.
I'm sorry. Isn't that just sex? I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
honestly, that is. Thank you for saying
I'm
that.
so sorry. Service top? Sorry, go ahead.
They are, in their mind, they are servicing you, which sometimes, I mean, I'm sure we've been in
in a
situations.
kinky way?
And I don't even know if they would identify it as kinky, but like sometimes it's like, I want to have sex because I want to feel good. They want to have sex because they want to see you feel good. Does that make sense?
But that in turn makes them feel good, and so it's, you know what I mean.
Okay,
But
so
I
so
agree
you're
with you. Sometimes I think we go crazy with the labels of everything.
I don't understand.
okay.
I mean, that's why I ask if it's kinky, because it's like, this may not make me, like, I may not understand this pleasure thing for you, but I'm going to do it anyway because, like, you like to be dominated or something,
Right.
or, like,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But to me, like, I just thought that's how sex worked.
Yeah.
So what does being a giver mean to you then?
That just means I want to do things that make you feel good.
Yeah.
Like
Great.
I will do things. I will just give my time.
And if
and
if I take that, if I'm a taker, aren't I giving you something in return by taking it? That I think that's where all three of us are kind of getting a little mixed up.
we're
We're
lost.
like,
Maybe I'm lost too. I don't. I like.
I'm a pillow princess. I know
yeah.
exactly where I am.
Okay, good.
Just kidding.
are you?
No, I'm not a pillow princess.
I'm sometimes a pillow princess. I'm
It feels
tired.
good.
I think maybe I just like take it like a taker. I wasn't really like actually thinking about anything when
That's
I was.
amazing.
I was just like, oh, that's fun
Yeah.
because a giver and a taker.
Yes.
Take it like a taker. Like.
Yes.
That's literally where my mind went. But when I saw the article about like service tops and whatever, I was just like, cool. Did not know that existed. Wasn't the intention. Like, I just liked it. I do love that about pop culture is that they will make something out of nothing. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, they made this. People will make like this entire outline of like what each
thing means.
Like what each character I played means in like the lesbian community.
Uh-huh.
And I literally was like, don't know what you're talking about. I just wanted to wear a blazer. Like
I wanted to hold a plunger.
You were talking on Apple about like really what it was you wanted a George Strait type of song, right? Like you wanted to feel on stage like that kind of swaggy country like character.
Yeah.
Which I think is different than like
I get off on making you O-face.
But I thought that was like the point of sex.
Sure.
It is.
Like for me, I give you pleasure and that gives me pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
This is the healthiest discourse on sex anyone's ever had.
But
Thank God Dr. Ruth is dead. She's rolling in her grave. One time I asked Dr. Ruth what she thought of PrEP. And it did not compute. She was like, what? I was like, it was at the Sundance Film Festival. I was like, it's so gay guys can have unprotected sex. She goes, well, I hate that.
No.
And then I was like, oh, okay. And then but it was fully Dr. Ruth. And I'm thinking she knows like what PrEP is and she did not.
Mm-mm.
And then I was like, okay, maybe we've missed each other in terms of like the sexual revolution.
No,
the reason I say this is actually a huge reset for people, the way people talk about sex in this day and age, is that it has been so divorced from pleasure.
Yeah.
I think for a lot of people.
That's interesting.
I mean, that is my experience when I hooked up with men.
Yeah.
Really?
That's how I knew I was gay.
Uh-huh.
Because it was like
hooking up with men.
it was never felt like it was about you or for you.
No, I just felt so performative.
Yeah.
And like so like I just did what I thought they wanted even if it didn't feel good. And maybe that's what to me when I'm like, okay, service top is that
it's like another
you want to
role.
do service even if you don't want to?
Right.
Like, I don't know. Like I just want to do what my partner makes them feel good. And when I make them feel good, that makes me feel good.
Right.
So I think I would feel really I think I would not really know what to do if someone I was hooking up with was only stone top.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I would really know what to do because I would feel like
Sure.
I would want to do something for them, you know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Are we saying that the term service top is a little bit, it feels like it's a given thing. It's like saying, well, I'm a sensory bottom. It's like, of course you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
like,
have something in your ass, you're gonna feel that.
It's like, well, I'm best when I bottom and I can feel it. Well, yeah. What are you talking about? You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
But you know what though? Like it takes time to like. I think a lot of people say this stuff because it's more a thing of it's less them expressing what they actually like and more people being like, no, like I do have sexual agency. I do have a sexual identity. When the fact is, it takes a lot of time.
Totally.
Like I don't even think it wasn't until my late 20s that I was even having real sex that like consciously took me out of what I had seen in like porn or which I do think, and I have so much respect for everyone like in the sex work community, et cetera. But I do think when you're ingesting a lot of it young, you of course want to emulate the things that you see. And that is like inherently not going to be natural to you every time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like in that way, it becomes a teacher in a way that can be a little rocky.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't, and I was just thinking, sitting here like, you know, I had a great sexual experience like last week. And I was like,
congratulations.
Thank you so much. And shout out, Verse also flipped. Yes,
amazing.
And I've really started like owning myself as like the bottom that I am, but then all of a sudden,
love.
So, but that's what I mean is it's like I need to stop telling myself I'm one thing. I think we all need to stop telling ourselves our one thing and be open to those different experiences and expressions because I think a lot of it is just us wanting to belong in something.
That is so real. It's so nice when there's a label that fits you perfectly.
Right.
Because that makes you be like, like when I, what is the one that is where you only are sexually attracted to people that you're friends with? It's like,
I don't know that.
It's like you have to have like a really strong relationship to like feel like you want to hook up with them.
And it's not even just like intimate, it's also friendship.
Is it demisexual? What is it? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
It's It's Ross and Rachel. It's
But when I heard about that, I was like, oh, that makes sense to me. Like,
Right.
I don't want to just hook up with people I just met. Like, that is why I'm so uncomfortable when I'm hit on.
yeah.
Like, because I'm like, I don't know you.
Yeah.
Right.
And that is why I get myself in trouble and I'll date my friends. And then, you know what I mean? That is always what happens.
Uh-huh.
And so, like, that's why it's such a turnoff when
Right.
people, like, are so bold at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't know you.
You got to
You
watch
don't know
those
me.
anyway. You're like,
Yeah.
if people are really bold at the beginning, my experience is, okay, this is for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we've experienced some love bombing, and it's
Yeah.
I'm sure we all have, and it's
Yeah.
like this. There's no way you're like this.
Yeah.
I've even asked the question. I've sat back, cocked the brow, and been like, how
yeah.
can you be this?
Yeah.
And then they have another line.
What's
The
the
one
line?
I got was, "We deserve to have good things. We're good people." And I was
Where'd
just
you
like,
read that? Motherfucker.
Right.
Where'd you read that? Next.
Anyways,
Think of something smarter.
like,
Snapple cap.
but people like
Period.
when Snapple cap.
Snapple cap.
I'm never surprised anymore when people have rehearsed the whole thing. Like you find out later they had a bit that they were going to do when you sat down at whatever it is they were meeting. Like they researched things to say to you up top with your friends, especially someone like you.
You're
I would
talking
imagine.
about like people that research things about you.
Yeah, no, well, yes, but
That's
also it's
different.
like I'm gonna say this joke about a celebrity because I know he likes celebrities
That's like
or whatever.
no, I was thinking of like people that you can't just Google like in Wikipedia,
right.
whatever. I guess like for me that's like gone, and probably for you like people, it's gone.
It's harder.
It's
Yeah.
gone. Like people can like, kind of guess what you might like and like manipulate a sentence that maybe would work best for you because they know you.
Yeah.
But in like a regular bar, I'm always before last year, if I like had a pickup line, I'd be like, I can only laugh.
Yeah.
Like
It's hilarious.
because I'm just like I am. But they had to try.
You know what? That's the thing is it's like they're trying and everyone's trying. It's like some people think, and if I go in with an arsenal of things to say and I've really like, dress rehearsed what this is going to be, I'll feel better about it. But, sometimes it's just like, it is worth being like, okay, when are we going to get to the real you? Because that could take a long time.
I feel like,
Do
you feel like if people know who you are, it's like, turn off or turn on or
just be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Depends. It
Yeah.
depends. It just depends.
It does depend, but I am very weary if someone knows who is. I mean, if someone is a fan, and I like have hit on them or something, and like started like a relationship with them, and I did not know they were a fan. That is scary to me.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
Because I feel embarrassed, and also I'm like, I don't trust you, and like, are you screenshotting everything we're saying?
Right.
Are you? I just get I've become so paranoid about that stuff. Like, I'm like, girl, I'll just talk like this all the time because those freaking lip readers.
readers.
Girl,
I know.
freaking-
The lip readers, we were talking about that recently. It's like,
Which, God bless the lip readers. We need those girls. Like,
We do. It is fun when you want to know and you're on the other side of it. But like
they ain't right all the time.
no, they're not.
I'll tell you that.
at the Grammys, you're like, it's fucking open concept. It's crazy. All these people are looking down at you.
It's almost like
I
it's
know.
designed for that. And then I also saw the Grammys YouTube was fully one thing that they really did, this is the recording out of me, had posted like, watch Chappell, watch Benson Boone, or like watch Sabrina Carpenter, watch
It's
this person,
messy.
etc. And it's just like, why are we watching these artists watch the thing? And then all of a
'Cause
sudden
they-
you're like, your finger starts going like, should I click? And you're like, I mean, no, it's
No.
weird, but why is that available?
Because they want so bad to catch you.
Catch you.
That's the only reason. They just want to fucking catch you.
So then
Yeah.
why wouldn't you be paranoid if like that's on your mind all the
Yeah.
time?
That's what I'm thinking about always. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I have to think about it all the time. I won't win. It's not that I can or can't win. I won't.
Right.
Like, no matter what.
Literally.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
will not win this. Like,
You're not customer service. That's all.
but also it's like, I'm not customer service, and it's everyone else's expectation, like, against my entire humanity. Like, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
But it's not their fault. It's like, that is like, celebrity culture is where we find our happiness, our like depths of hell, and for the first time, your comment matters. For the first time, something you say, people notice.
Yeah.
And that's why the big comments are all mean. Because for the first time, your voice matters in a country where you've been told that you never will matter.
Yeah.
So that's why I think this is my personal psychology around why people hate celebrities online. That's like why you look at the comments, the biggest ones are the meanest.
Right.
Because finally, something you say is validated.
Yeah.
After all this time, after you feeling so helpless, after everyone turning you down and saying that you don't matter, the mean parts of you do online.
Yeah.
And so, like, I don't blame people. Of course. It's like, of course they're going to hate. It's like all that there is left.
Is to be mean, because it's incentivizing a mean, snarky thing.
And the meaner you are, like, the more attention you get.
Right.
But it doesn't get them past the ceiling of like the
A
ceiling
comment
of snark
section.
Right.
of the comment section.
That's the other thing. It doesn't get you past the comics. Like, it's not like it's giving you a fucking job. It's not like it's getting you respect. It's not like it's getting you, like, friends.
Mm-hmm. It's awful because everybody, and I'm saying everybody, at the highest levels of like this kind of stardom, that is like what they're dealing with.
It is.
I'm just telling everybody like from what I've seen, which is not too much, but it's like, oh shit, like even in small glimpses, like at SNL, it's like we just like, you just cycle through like different case studies in fame, and it's just that's the common thread, and it's really fucked up. Anyway, we should move on to the question.
Yeah, we want to ask you the question that we ask all of our guests, which is, Chappell Roan, what was the culture that made you say culture was for you? So basically, this can be a movie, a music artist, environmental, something about growing up, just whatever it means to you, the culture that made you you.
I'm really glad that guinea pigs have their own culture online. Because I'm a guinea pig girl.
Wow.
Is this going to be a
We've
thing?
never talked about them.
Yeah, no, a lot of people don't know that about me.
The guinea pigs were on SNL for The Giver.
Oh,
Were they
yeah,
not?
in the background, yes.
And
we
the bears, like
noticed.
forest
Yep.
animals.
Yes, the guinea pigs were back there.
Talk about guinea pig culture.
Well, I'm just obsessed with them. I had 4 at a time, but they passed away.
They do
but
that.
I am obsessed with them. I think they're the cutest animals on earth.
They're
I worked at I volunteered at a guinea pig rescue for a year. I love rodents in general.
Yeah.
And I love the guinea pig community online is awesome. I love that community. I think the culture in like all seriousness that made me feel like me was drag.
Yes.
At first I was very freaked out by drag. I was like the clutch the pearls girl.
Is that coming from where you come from? Yeah.
Yeah. I've never, like, the first time I went to a drag show, I was 17 or 18, and it was Hamburger Mary's.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh my God, why do they keep saying anus? That's disgusting. And like,
they do that.
Yeah. And I was like, I was like, that was so fun, but why do they have to just make everything so dirty?
Yeah, I feel strange.
I was
very
like,
Rocky Horror.
Yeah, yes. And I was like, what the hell? And then I just got addicted to it.
Yeah.
So that has taken like a long time for me to be like, that is actually in my blood now. And like to realize like all of that, how it freaked me out at first was really just me not having any gay culture at all expressed in my life whatsoever. So like, and there was no sarcasm like that. There was no like, I had no idea who John Waters was. Like, and like, it was so cool to like see a whole community of people being gross on purpose
Yep.
for the sake of pearl clutching.
Yes.
Like that is amazing to me. I love tackiness. I fucking love grit. I love bad hair. I love bad style. I love camel toe. I love a bad dye job. I love roots.
Yeah.
I fucking love when people get their teeth knocked out. I love that shit.
One nip slip.
Yeah, give me a nip slip. That's the least you could do.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
so that culture of like trashy on purpose is so freeing to me.
Yes.
I love that and the guinea pig culture. And I also really appreciate the two girls, don't remember the names, who also believed in fairies with me.
Oh,
I love the fairy culture. I think that they're real, maybe. I'm just going to say that. And I really appreciate the fairy culture because fairies make me happy, and I lied to everyone that I saw them.
You are a fairy
You're a
drag
fairy.
queen guinea pig.
Thank you.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
And you've known that. You knew it.
You knew it.
You've always known it deep down.
I like, you know,
Title of ep.
I love there's been a real awakening, which I grew up on the Barbie movies, like the crazy
animated
ones.
Yeah.
I saw a compilation the other day of the Barbie animals, of how fucking crazy it was, and like Barbie raised me.
Yeah.
Like,
But fairies and Barbie is a huge thing.
Barbie Fairytopia, and that is where Bibble came from. And Bibble is basically a flying guinea pig. So
Yeah.
Do you feel like the fairies visit you when you're writing, when you're being creative? Are you channeling the fairies in a way? Are the fairies in the walls?
Yeah.
Like,
What are your muses like?
Like, I think the fairies are your muse.
I would say yes. Fairies visit me. But I think like the way I write now is from like I take things that are really fucked up and then make it really like I don't know, like it's the same with like the subway. The lyrics are usually always darker.
Mhm.
Right.
And they become like very, very dark, and then they become like light.
You
Like-
do a brightening draft.
Yeah. So it's always like heavy, dark, and then, you know, then the fairies come and twinkle their fairy dust. And it's like,
Yeah.
all of a sudden can actually be on the radio.
Yeah.
But I think, sorry, I've given like 3 cultures.
No, I'm thank you.
No,
I was
they're
gonna
also
say
good
thank you
because
for
they speak
sharing
to each
these.
other.
Oh,
You need to keep sharing.
I want to return to guinea pigs. The sentence of the day.
Yeah.
Because I had hamsters when I was little.
yeah.
And one of the most traumatic things I think I've ever been through. Did
That's
I tell you
in
this?
Every story.
They were named Chip and Dale, and one day my dad said, "I have to talk to you." And I was like, "What?" And I was like, and then he basically was like, "We don't have Chip and Dale anymore." And I was like, "What?" They had eaten each other. Chappell. That's what happened. They had eaten each other alive. I don't know if it was throes of passion. I don't know if they had a gay fight.
They ate each other at the same time.
Chip and Dale killed each other. It was, and then one
Beta
didn't
fish.
even win.
That's beta fish shit.
What is that?
The beta fish, they fight each
kill
other.
each
They
other.
kill each other.
Oh, I remember it couldn't compute. And now getting older and knowing human nature and animal nature, I sort of get it. Like they were cooped up together for a long time.
What,
God
they were
knows.
both boys?
They were Chip and Dale.
That's hard.
I
Boys are territorial.
They're vicious.
It's true.
But what were they territorial over? Like the space?
They just, you know what? Fun fact about guinea pigs.
Yeah,
Like
say.
you can't, normally, most of the time, you can't have more than 2 together. And like you're lucky if they bond correctly as 2 boys. Like you have to
Oh.
like bond them correctly or else they will fucking like bite and try to kill each other.
Wow.
So
I mean,
maybe they just like did not get, they were just not bonded correctly.
yeah.
Or they were, they're hamster. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you have gay ones?
I only had girls.
You only had
girls
girls.
do really well
Oh.
with like multiple girls.
Yes.
God, isn't that always the case?
It is okay.
It always is the case.
Do you,
Yeah.
do you want to like have one now to like have around with
Yeah,
you?
do you have?
I wish I had. There. What is so like, guinea pigs are not really children's pets. Like they're way more difficult to take care of than a dog or a cat.
Really?
Yes.
How so?
Because you can't just like pour them a bowl of food. Like they need a specific type of hay. They need vitamin C. Like, they need a specific type of fruits and vegetables. Like, you have to give them supplements. And you also, like, have to clean their cage.
Yeah.
They can only have certain types of bedding. You have to exercise them. You can't just let them wander around. Like, they're not potty trained. They have to be cleaned, and, like, they need bubble baths. They need their nails trimmed. It's, like, not easy.
Really?
No,
So
it
we
sounds
had
very serious.
so many people come to the rescue. We're like, this is my first pet. I'm 9. And I'm like,
Oh.
and I think that's why so many people have so many traumatic stories, because they're actually such difficult pets to have.
And maybe we just didn't know that, because I'm imagining it's the same, like, sociologically, I guess. I mean, because they killed each other.
Right.
But everyone has a crazy hamster, or guinea pig, or gerbil story.
Gerbils.
I can relate to the rodents. As I
You
get
personally,
older,
Bowen Yang?
I'm a rodent,
No, you're not,
girl. Yes.
Well, okay, I
I'm
don't
high
wanna-
maintenance. I'm little.
You need your vitamin C.
I need my vitamin C.
You need your pellets, your
I need my-
hay.
I need my hay, hun. You know
You
what I
need
mean?
to, can I tell you, I'm vitamin D deficient.
Uh-huh.
Me too.
I don't know. Are you?
Mhm.
So how do you take like a vitamin D capsule? I must.
You should.
Yeah. But it's like, and sometimes getting out there in the sun is like, you know, it's better in theory, but then you get sunburned.
Right.
Can I ask you,
Yeah.
why do you, speaking of the sun and New York, cruising
Mhm.
Yeah.
someone asked me this, like a gay guy friend asked me the other day, of like, why don't lesbians cruise?
Huh.
And I want to know what you think.
This is what I think. I think because gay sex is a lot more transactional and a lot more projection-y. So it's like, actually, it's funny. Like this person that I was sleeping with we went on our first date, and he goes, yeah, I don't hook up a lot because I feel that it's a lot to do with like projection, and I don't really need that. Like talking about what we were talking about earlier about how like sex actually is like two people coming together, and you usually can, I find this too, it's like when you have like good eye contact with someone, or like the conversation is easy, that's why people talk about like the banter, and it like just directly translates, because that's what this person was looking for and is looking for, and I think even more me. And I've never really done like the cruisy thing and the like random hookup thing. Like, of course I've experienced it and like experimented, but like I never felt comfortable going in and out of those situations. A lot of people do, and like that's great, but I think it has to do with just what gay guys are looking for and needing out of sex, and it's just transactional.
Yeah.
It can live in a marketplace. It can live in like a bathhouse or a park.
Yeah.
It can live, there's a space for it. Whereas like, just to generalize, I feel like among lesbians, it's like, there's no like end point to sex necessarily. It's emotional. It's like, it's
not achievement based.
It's not achievement based. You're investing time and energy and care for each other in a way that like is not going to be condensed into like a sexual interaction.
Yeah.
That's our theory.
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
I don't know.
Imagine you were like, well, the answer is.
No, I don't know.
It was a quiz.
I don't know the answer. I've just been, because I was naive, and I went to Central Park, and I was like, everybody is loving the sun.
Yeah.
Like, everyone is just out in their Speedos.
Yeah. No, I mean, it was the big audition.
Yeah. And I was like, they were like, someone was like, they're cruising, just stop.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Cruising what? And I was like, so I've just been asking like take on cruising, and also why people think that it's not as in the lesbian culture as much. I'm sure it is in some capacity that I just don't know about.
Yeah.
I'm very out of the loop, but I'm very curious about it, what people's takes are, especially in New York.
Yeah.
Because it's like much, I don't know, maybe it is in San Francisco more too, but I don't really know about it in LA.
LA, I think, well, LA is weird because it's the king of this.
Looking over your shoulder.
It's constant. And you know what it is? It's like, it's not even cruising as much as it more is just like constant comparison and like wondering if you can do better. That's kind of, and it's not to, again, I hate dragging a whole city because I love LA and like, but I have found with dating, it is a lot harder. A lot
of people say that they came to New York because LA is like really hard to date in.
Especially when like you're not like, because now I just turned 35, It's like I'm kind of looking now for something that could be my next like relationship.
Yeah.
And I understand this. Like I get it. I whatever. But it can be a little demoralizing as you get older and are looking for something else. So better to just take yourself out of the environment entirely, which is why I moved to New York.
There you go.
Moved back.
Also, New York, we don't have our fucking phones stolen as much at the Abbey.
Wait, this is a thing. Have you heard about this?
No,
you hear what happened to the Pink Pony Club?
You talked about it.
I know.
Is it you doing it?
No, we've all had our phones stolen. Remember, I went to
I've never had my phone stolen. You guys have?
I've had my phone stolen in West Hollywood.
Not at the Abbey, but I've had 3 friends and one night have their phone stolen.
Yes.
In West Hollywood.
And you know what they were saying? It was the theory was that it was a bunch of short women doing it because they could just. Not that they're picking on the women, but that was the theory.
No, they were picking on me.
I'm sorry. Why not short guys?
Period.
The short guys said that.
Yeah,
all the short guys were like,
it was
the
them.
short women.
It was the short women, they said. But it became like epidemic there for a while in LA.
It's crazy. It's like, I don't know. My friend just got his phone stolen at the Grove. So
at the Grove,
it's crazy out there right now.
The Barnes and Noble at the Grove.
Where are you at?
At the Aloe.
Oh my God. Is it Aloe? Is it not ALO?
ALO. Oh, I have no idea. I'm butchering it.
Send us clothes and maybe we'll figure it out. The Grove. Wow. Imagine cruising at the Grove. It happens. One time I saw my favorite porn star at the Grove. Should I say who it is?
Yes.
No. His name is Chris Damned. He's great. And
Chris
I saw him.
Damned?
Yeah.
Fun.
That's awesome.
But he's not like demonic. He's like quite lovely.
I love it.
And by the way, a lot of people are my favorites. And I don't have one favorite. At the time, I was gagged because there he was at the Grove.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. A star.
A star. I think it's time.
Oh my God, it might be time.
It's time for I Don't Think So, Honey.
I Don't Think So, Honey.
Oh.
And I was sort of going back and forth about what I was going to do. I guess I'll do this.
Okay.
Because we also had a caffeine conversation before getting on. Yeah, okay, I'll do this.
Okay.
So this is I Don't Think So, Honey. It's our 1 minute segment where we take 60 seconds, aka 1 minute, if you really think about it, to rip something apart in Cultch. And here we go.
This is Matt Rogers. I Don't Think So, Honey's time starts now.
I don't think so, honey, that coffee gives you coffee breath. That sucks. We need to figure it out. Like, actually wake up in the morning and I'm become that person where I open my eyes and I need caffeine. I don't think so, honey, that it's going to change anytime soon. Our guest is off caffeine and I feel like I'm inspired by that, but it's just another one of my strange addictions. I now wake up in the morning and also now I have relationships at the coffee shops. Those are my girls. I have my girls in LA and I have my girls in New York, and I just realized in this moment I'm leaving my apartment in LA and I'm leaving my girls.
Aww.
That's really hard.
They're really sweet.
But back to what I was there, so sweet. Fernanda. She also stands Lana Del Rey.
She loves Lana.
And like literally when I said I was going to Coachella, she goes, I love Lana. She did this.
15 seconds.
And so she's an icon. But listen, the thing about coffee is it gives you coffee breath, which is so bad for kissing, speaking, breathing, etc., and more. And I just want to figure out a way to get my fix of caffeine and not have coffee breath, I guess. Here it is, Diet Coke, Celsius, etc. But I love coffee. I don't think so, honey.
That's 1 minute.
Like, I'm now at the place where
you just gotta go cold turkey on it, I think.
I think so, but it's like now it's like so built into my life getting a cold brew right away.
First thing when you wake up.
I quit over Christmas break.
And was it just because like you were getting?
Yeah, I was just like going crazy.
Yeah,
I was like already too anxious, and so like I was like, if I want to actually calm down, I have to take every stimulant away.
Yeah.
Every stimulant.
So wait, do you smoke weed?
Not right now.
Not right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like basically, are you in a place right now of like there's nothing going in?
Good.
I wish.
Let me say that as an asterisk. I'm on a fuck ton of drugs though. Like
Yeah.
I'm on like.
But it's not recreational.
No, not right now. No.
SSRI queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
I've got my. I also have insomnia. So like, and I'm bipolar. So it's like really hard if you are like not sleeping and like doing like weed.
Yeah.
So it's
the
just
cocktail.
like the cocktail, but I do love an edible. I do love shrooms. Thank you, Silo, for sending me a box. I don't know how you did that legally.
Hey, Silo, we're Matt and Bowen, and we would love that.
Fuck.
I know,
okay.
next time. Next hang.
But I agree with you. It's really hard. Quitting caffeine sucks for 4 weeks straight.
Well, because I think
then you're okay.
What we're not reckoning with is it is a drug.
Totally.
Like,
of course.
it is a drug. Like, and I actually wondered about that. Like people that are in AA and stuff. Like, I wonder what the relationship is with caffeine.
I'm sure there's a support group out there for you.
That's wild.
I think we can let's do it together.
Well, it's like add it to the list. I'm now at the place where it's just like, I don't know why I keep doing this, but I'm moving to a new apartment in New York, and I keep associating that with the day my new life will begin. But like, you can't. That's like addict speak to yourself. It's like, well, I'll be sober from this thing by age 35, or like I'll just stop doing this on May 12th. You know what I mean? It's like, but why wouldn't you just stop doing it now?
Right.
Yeah.
So that's me with caffeine, and this would solve my coffee breath problem.
Period. I think
very afraid of people. Like, I think one of the worst things that could happen is for people to be like, "Oh, he has bad breath." That's bad.
That is my worst nightmare.
Yeah,
we're good.
Someone saying that.
Don't worry.
Anyway,
don't worry about it.
Okay, Bowen Yang, you actually came in galvanized today.
I did.
Okay, so this is Bowen Yang's I Don't Think So, Honey. His time starts now.
I don't think so, honey. Ampersands. You're doing too much.
Oh.
Why do you look like that? Why do you look like other ways? Stay in one lane, figure out one look. I'm going to draw an ampersand right now, okay? And now I have carpal tunnel. That is crazy, that shape. And I looked it up. This is what ampersand is short for, quote unquote. And per se, and. Honey, just say and.
Yeah.
Just say and. You will never be plus. You will never be universal, worldwide, global like plus is. Good luck finding an ampersand in any non-Latin based writing system. Plus is here to stay. Plus, everyone on earth, from children to elders, knows what plus means. It will stand in for and just fine. And if you're too lazy to write A-N-D, honey, you're in for a rude awakening. Lots of other challenges in life up ahead for you.
Oh,
ampersand, it's not saving you time. It's gonna give you wrist problems, and you're being stupid.
And that's 1 minute.
I didn't stick the landing.
No, you did. That was great. That was Epic Universe.
Thank you.
I have to say, especially as two people who often are Matt and Bowen, and the ampersand is in there. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
From now on, it's Matt plus Bowen, right?
Matt plus Bowen. We're doing plus, and I'm gonna take the. I've used an ampersand recently. I'm gonna start to retroactively.
You ended ampersand today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sorry.
Thoughts on ampersand?
I use it every day.
No.
Wait, when you're doing what?
I write in cursive, and so it's like
you're so cool.
I'm like I use and sign all the time though.
Yeah. But I don't. How do you write it?
I don't do that crazy 8 thing.
It's the crazy 8 thing is you do the reverse 3 and the line down the middle.
I just go It looks like an upside down 4.
No, that's a plus sign.
Yeah.
Hun.
Okay, then I do that.
Then you do that.
Wait. Because you've also done it, I don't think so, honey, on the letter 9.
On the letter 9.
No, sorry, the number 9. Sesame Street, reach out. You need us there to teach the children. Wait, the number 9,
yes.
You did not. So wait, if you don't like ampersand, how can you stand by the number 8?
I love, because 8 represents the number 8.
But it still would give you carpal tunnel if asked to write it, if tasked with writing it.
And it's easier for me to write 8, the numeral, than it is to write EIGHT. And is barely saving you any time from writing A and D.
I do agree that handwriting an ampersand is like a mindfuck, but you know, if you can figure it out, which just seems
upside
like
down 4, slay. I support.
Thank you.
Okay. Chappell, I feel like you wrote your topic down, and we don't know what it is yet.
This is how I do it. This is like.
Okay.
Is this the creative process? Are you always carrying around like a moleskin?
This isn't mine. This is.
No, I know, but I'm like, in a world where it is yours.
Bowen and.
Oh, that's chic.
Really good.
Thank you.
Okay, it's time.
This is Chappell Roan's I Don't Think So, Honey. Her time starts now.
Do I look in the camera? Sorry.
Whatever you want to do.
Okay. I Don't Think So, Honey is stop. Let people get bad veneers. Let them have veneers. Let the people have bad veneers. Let them have good veneers. Let them fall out. Let them be pure white. Let them look like coffee. Let them. Who cares if they don't fit? What if they love them?
Yeah.
What if people love their veneers? What if they saved up so long to get these veneers.
30 seconds.
And then you say that they look fucked up.
Oh.
Don't say that to them. Let the girls get veneers.
Yes.
Let them look like buck teeth. And you know what? It's okay if they talk different.
15
seconds.
That's what happens when you change your teeth. You're just going to look and talk different, and it's okay. Stop dragging them. Your teeth are probably busted, which is fine.
Yeah.
5 seconds.
Which is fine. But you know what? I'd support you if you got veneers and you're busted.
Yeah, and that's 1 minute. Okay, this is important.
Wait, this is amazing.
That's very American of people to be like, I know how teeth are supposed to look.
Do you want to know my hottest take?
What's
How
it?
people drag cosmetic surgery and drag cosmetic whatever, la la la.
Yeah.
You know what's fucking cosmetic? Braces.
Yeah.
So you want to tell me you haven't had cosmetic work done, but you've had braces?
Got him.
Got him.
Don't tell me that.
We've all had gender affirming care. It all like
Yeah.
me shaving my fucking stubble this morning is GAC.
Wow.
Not to go there, but veneers. Are you speaking? And I will say this is especially meaningful coming from you because I feel like your orthodonture is very pristine.
I had because I had work done
You had
Yeah.
on my
braces,
teeth. Yeah, I had fucking Invisalign for
Yeah.
years because I could afford it.
right?
What was the Invisalign process like for you? I'm actually flirting with it in my brain. Because people have started to get a little mean about my teeth.
Because they can't, because they're American.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like it's only in the United States
Mhm.
that it's fucking people are obsessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you do have straight teeth and they're fucking yellow, they better not be. Like,
Yeah.
and in reality, bitch, you have to have money to do this shit.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
it's so expensive. No one has fucking healthcare. No one can afford fucking braces.
Yeah.
Like, so I say let them be. I say
Yeah.
let it be. We need girls with different teeth.
I
Yes.
never thought I had bad teeth.
You I don't
think you do have bad teeth.
You know what it is? It's like they're just okay. So this was
They're
this is-
evenly spaced.
This is the truth. This is the truth. I did a very small role in a movie called Lyle Lyle Crocodile.
A huge movie called La La
A
Crocodile.
huge film called Lyle Lyle. My co-stars Shawn Mendes as the crocodile and Constance Wu as herself. As a
Yeah.
character, but
Yeah.
she was
And
not.
what
animated.
was your character?
So I played like a Ryan Seacrest, like America's Got Talent, like host, because of course Lyle Lyle goes and wows the judges at the end.
Right.
So the little boy playing the lead, I'm saying this publicly,
Uh-oh.
comes over to me, like
yeah,
runs over to me and goes, I'm like, hey, what's up? He goes,
Aw.
you have sharp teeth like a shark. And I go, I literally go,
Not a bad
you
thing.
can't say that to people. And he just runs away. And I was like, this little actor just dragged me to hell. And then, you know what happened? I went into the goddamn bathroom and went like this. Pretty hearts, shine a light on my heaven's word. Like, immediately thinking like, what is wrong?
Oh.
And then they started saying like, he needs braces, but I also want to tell you I talk out of one side of my mouth. So, but this is the stuff you Americans have gotten in my head. And then one guy I was dating said, never change the gap. And I was
Never
like,
change
okay.
the gap. No. Everybody.
I've dated a lot of different teeth people. And I like them all.
Yeah.
As long as you don't have bad breath, who fucking cares?
Right. That's my coffee.
I love it. I love when people have gold teeth. I love it when people have missing teeth. I love it.
Yes.
I just like, let's see. It's also just like, bitch, some parents could never fucking afford their kid to have braces.
I
When you grow up, that's just what happens. Like,
I know.
like-
I know.
And you know what? It's fucking hell to have braces. And some people really need them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because or else they'll have actual like jaw problems or like teeth will start falling out because there's
Yeah.
overcrowding. Whatever, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, but I was actually admiring your teeth the whole time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, they're so cute and
Thank
so
you for saying
bright.
this.
And you have very white teeth too.
Yes, Bowen Yang has a great
But I'm
dental
saying,
situation.
thank you for saying this important thing about let veneers be yellow because they should be a little yellow because then someone's gonna say, well, those veneers are too white. It's like you can't win with them.
You won't win. You won't win.
That's an important distinction. It's
I-
not about can't. It's not about should.
Yeah. Or you
Well-
might win. You will not.
Yeah,
gagged.
yeah.
That's from my therapist on Monday. Last Monday.
Honestly, are you going once a week?
Oh, baby, I'm in twice a week.
Yes.
I'm in twice a week. I have my biodynamic craniosacral therapy. I have my acupuncture. I have all my girls.
I need to try acupuncture.
Acupuncture will slay.
Really?
I had to do it like 10 times until I really was like, I understand now.
It takes a minute.
It takes a second.
What do you mean? Like physically, it's hard to adjust to it, or it just wasn't
because
doing
like,
anything?
You're like, I was trained in like only medicine works, like only like taking medicine works. And so whenever I don't have like an immediate, like result. I take Tylenol and then I feel better.
Yeah.
If I go and get acupuncture and I'm like, nothing's different.
Yeah.
I was like, does this work? I don't know. And it's like with wellness medicine, it's about, you have to keep fucking going and showing up. And like, I realized if like the actual acupuncture itself wasn't doing anything differently, I knew that every time I walked in there, I immediately got calmer.
Yeah.
And that's enough. And now I believe that
it's doing something.
It is, it's doing both now.
Right. I love that I'm just lying there for like a half hour and I can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
It is kind of cool. Today was kind of cool. Today was very cool. We were so happy that you were able to come. Like, we've been wanting to do this with you for such a long time. And we are, obviously, it feels like even silly to say, but like, we are such fans. Like,
I know.
Like, we really I just think you're the best.
You guys made me feel so special. Like, you believed in the art. Like, you were the start of getting the queer community on board.
Oh,
like,
no.
No, it's serious. Like, I remember whenever, like, you guys nominated me.
And you said in your acceptance speech from Buckingham Palace. Do you remember that?
I did. I was
we
at
love
Buckingham Palace. And I was like, I can't believe I'm nominated with like Muna. Like, that's so crazy.
Oh.
I was like, this is crazy that these were all like nominated. That feels so big. And because I had never been like recognized on a platform that big yet. So that was so, I don't know. I just really appreciate it. And that you got it. Like, you were the first public people in media to get it because you articulated it to write for the first time, because you were like, it's campy, there's lore. And I was finally someone understands that it's a joke. Finally, they understand that everything I'm doing is like an homage or reference to like the queer elders. Finally, someone understands that it's deeper than just what I'm doing on stage or writing about. Like, it felt so nice to be understood. That is what was so awesome. I was like, it's working, and they're the proof.
It's so working, and you're so for real. And we just like, it's been like truly surreal and a joy even for us to watch everyone really embrace you. And I just hope that even sometimes when it feels difficult, you know just how held you are and how loved you are and how special we think you are.
Thank you.
And like, you'll always have a place right there and right here.
Thank you.
Let's get veneers together.
Thank you.
I know.
Yes.
So we end every episode with a song, Bo.
Right.
I mean, we could do one of our guests, but also,
let's just do it.
Oh, caught in a bad romance. Oh, caught in a bad romance. I knew you'd go up.
I went up.
My girl can hear everything. Bye.
Las Culturistas is a production by Will Ferrell's Big Money Players and iHeartRadio podcasts.
Created and hosted by Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang. Executive produced by Anna Hosnier and Hans Sani.
Produced by Becca Ramos. Edited and mixed by Doug Babe and Monique Laborde.
And our music is by Henry Kaburski.